Welcome to Talking Back Sunday. Today's Tuesday, March 16th, a special St. Patty's Day edition. St. Patty's Day is tomorrow. Very, very excited.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You look
Wait,
excited.
it's tomorrow?
Yep.
Cool. Did you just have that hat lying around your house? Like you just
Oh yeah, I've had this
like
one
you
since
saved
about
it?
I've had this one since about 88.
Oh, nice.
It goes way back. Yeah, yeah. It's a really, really well-made paper.
That's
Cardboard.
the same year as my Bronco.
Sick. Good year for quality goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Party hats and like early sport utility vehicles.
We went out a party or what? Yeah, we got a big corned beef ready to cook up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Almost 8
Man,
pounds.
What?
Oh,
They shrink.
what are you gonna do with all that?
I don't know. The kids are pretty good eaters. I don't think they like corned
No.
beef though. Eat as much as we can, I guess.
Feed the neighborhood?
Yeah, yeah. See if the neighbors would like some.
I don't think I've ever had corned beef.
It's really something. It tastes like a hot dog.
Irish soda bread's good though.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
Jamie's
had
gonna
that
make me a
either.
special one.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm getting the vegan Irish soda bread. Make that.
Oh, Mark, you know who makes a really great vegan corned beef? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. It's not a thing.
This is
Get
gonna
on
make a vegan shepherd's pie.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
I
Oh,
can see
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That really, you just need to replace the beef. That's not too bad.
right.
or like,
It's
yeah,
mostly
you can
veg-
use that new Beyond Burger stuff.
Yeah, impossible.
Impossible.
Oh, look at that. Looks pretty Irish too.
Yeah, I got this for a prohibition party I went to for my brother-in-law a few years ago. And oddly enough, it was a little bit big. My head has grown over the last year. And
Wow.
that's a perfect fit.
There's you look like you're going to audition for either Newsies or Gangs of New York.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
the plan. I wish I was doing that instead of sitting around my house.
Probably Gangs of New York because of the mustache.
Right, right. I brought back the mustache because it's an homage to my favorite Irish wrestler, Hulk Hogan.
Ah,
Is he Irish?
oh yeah, John, didn't you know Hulk is a traditional Irish name?
Hogan.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Vince McMahon, who you know from television, his father wanted to bring in Hulk Hogan for the Irish population, and he was supposed to have red hair.
Hmm.
He wanted to
Oh,
dye his
wow.
hair red and cater to the Irish audience in New York City because racial and ethnic stereotypes were like a big draw to Madison Square Garden back in like the 70s. And yeah, for some reason it didn't work out, but the name stuck.
Wow, that's crazy.
My
Yeah.
dad was telling me the other day that the St. Patrick's Day parade has been around 1700s.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Wow,
I didn't know that.
Me
that's
neither.
insane.
Like the one they've been doing in New York City. They've been doing it that long.
Mm-hmm. And last year
Wow.
was the first year that they didn't do it because
Did
of,
they do it? Were they able to do it in 1918?
I guess. I mean, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
I wonder if that old plague put the brakes on it too.
Good question.
According to my dad, last year was the only year.
Wild. He would know. He would know better than me.
Wow.
He's good with his history.
Yeah. How about that? We're learning all kinds of things on this episode.
Yeah, lots of fun facts. John, speaking of fun facts, I heard you giving some great facts about Kansas
Mhm.
on Brendan Kelly's podcast, They Come to America.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's out. That's out today.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a podcast where he's going through all 50 states and has a guest on to talk about each state. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. So Sean was nice enough to suggest me as a resident of Kansas for his episode of on Kansas.
What did you guys talk about?
We talked about Kansas a lot.
Barbecue sauce?
What about Kansas?
Yeah.
A little bit about barbecue, not too much. he told we got into a little bit of stories about that the tour that we did with Lawrence Arms back in 2002, which wasn't really related to Kansas. I think once he got into it because he was talking about a show that we played with him in Kansas City. And then he recounted how we were opening for them, and then it was in that Chain Reaction show in Anaheim that it was packed out, and they were really psyched because they were like, all right, things are starting to look up. Everyone's like, we sold out Chain Reaction. And then we got up and played, and everyone was going nuts for Taking Back Sunday. And then like half the crowd left after we were done. And they were a little bit bummed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were good sports about it. I think I've thanked him more than once for not being dicks to us after that, because I think a lot of bands would have been.
Yeah.
Especially back then too. Like I remember even with myself, like I think my ego was at its most fragile point at that time in my life.
Yeah,
And I think they bonused us some money at the end of the tour for like drawing as well as we did, which was also very generous because they definitely didn't have to.
Yeah, I think he had a fun line. He said on that tour they went from headlining to playing last.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yo, they're man. See, they're stand-up guys, man. Those are good dudes.
Yeah.
Around that time, and then, man, Adam, remember there was a lot of bands that around that time, if we crushed them in merch, there was bands that came up to us, being like, all right, well, we're gonna take a percentage of your merch.
Yeah.
And it's like,
dude,
get the fuck out. Like, what are you talking about? No, you're not.
Yeah, dude, I remember when that happened. Well, because it was on Long Island when that happened, and like there was
and other places too. That happened in Kansas once too.
Oh yeah, I remember that. With like a new metal band.
It was a new metal band. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, there was some.
Was it
like three
or something?
It was like a radio show, and we were playing, and there was a mechanical bull in the venue. I remember that. And yeah, like we had done well in merch, and yeah, and they were because I think Jimmy Jesus was managing us then, so he was just like laughing in their face, and then he's like, guys, you're not gonna believe this. But no, it was 3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace, that's right.
Yeah. Because they had played after us, and then we had a good night just what you said, we had a good night of merch, and then they tried to tell us that we had to pay, like after we paid the venue percentage, we had to pay them a percentage, and we're like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
No.
And now look at them go. They played the inauguration, so they've been on the up and up for a long time.
Yeah, but they played
Back in
the
2016.
wrong inauguration. Ooh.
Wow,
I was thinking when we played Kansas on that Lawrence Arms tour, I got a Reach the Sky tattoo, and years later, not too long ago, the guy who gave me the tattoo, I'm pretty sure he's tattooing in Charlotte, North Carolina now, because I was at my buddy's shop, Made to Last, and he was there working, and he's like, hey, I tattooed you like years and years ago in Kansas. And I thought that was crazy, just how small of a world it all is,
Yeah, that is
after
bizarre.
all. Yeah.
Small world. After all.
Remember George English, the little kid from England, George? We did like a meet and greet one time in England, and I was
that when we were on tour with Marmozets?
Oh,
Yes.
like in
Sweet George?
Yeah.
Sweet
Sweet
George.
little
Sweet George.
Sweet
Yeah.
little boy George.
We
He
were
wrote me
saying
the
how
other day.
He did?
Yeah.
You
we
said you were
saying how
going to adopt
going
him.
yeah, to adopt him.
Yeah, that's right. And he was like, "Hey, I just wanted you to know that I've been playing drums ever since, and I'm in
Oh,
a
wow.
band, and I just want to thank you for
Where'd you go?
being so nice." And
That's amazing.
I know. I
like-
was like, "Of course I remember you, George. Keep it up. It's
Never
amazing."
forget you.
Yeah. Man,
Talk
that
about
would be
your
awesome. That would be awesome if we could play like get back over to the UK and check in on them.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder how the Marmosets are doing too. They're fucking great.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with what they're doing, if anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe they were taking a little break before the pandemic hit. I hadn't really heard
And then
much.
Yeah, now it's a long break.
And then everyone had a break.
Yeah.
Dude, this shit sucks. This shit really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I want it to be
Like-
over right now.
Like it's like I get it, like the pandemic fatigue, whatever, because like that shit is real. Like I've been feeling that for a long time. But like I'm not gonna go do anything stupid or like, like start like fucking sneezing all around a restaurant or something. But like there's yeah, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw this Eminem interview where he's talking about how now everyone knows exactly how his life is.
Oh, like because he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's, oh,
That's
man.
really
My God, man.
That is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be able to go to like some kind of exclusive celebrity hangout spots, right?
Like Paisley Park.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
Who knows? But can you even see celebrities being like, "Oh my God, Eminem! Holy shit,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Eminem!"
Yeah.
Yeah. that
Nobody
could-
calls him Marshall. See, the only difference is that's not what his life is like though, because he could go out and play shows
That's
and
true.
we can't do that. Or nobody can do that.
Yeah. That is
And then there's other
true.
people who have it worse. So why the fuck am I complaining? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
Well,
still
Fucking
fun.
everybody's healthy. It's fine. Everything's fucking fine.
You still got to complain sometimes or you'll go crazy. If you,
Dude.
you can't keep pretending everything's okay all the time. That'll drive you nuts too. So, you got to let off some steam here and there. It's
Yeah.
all natural.
I feel like I have, yeah, I can't wait to play. Like, I feel like I just want to yell and scream all the time,
We
but I
used to-
can't,
We used to do that every day for our job.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, there were times to where like I would feel like I've been feeling, and then, but I would feel better because it was like this, like catharsis, like or like this cathartic release
Yeah.
that we've been fortunate enough to do. And we haven't had that for a long time. And I think that it's unhealthy
Yeah.
Yeah.
for my emotional well-being.
Yeah, I mean, it's been our identity for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I for me, all that too makes me feel like I have a lot of pent up energy, but I also don't feel like doing anything. So it's like this weird physical and mental state to be in all the time where you feel like you need to be getting this energy out that you normally would, but you also don't know how or where to do it or even feel necessarily like doing it.
Yeah, that's why I played basketball today in 30-degree weather. I was like, I must go play basketball.
Yeah.
Dude, are you able to like rip into the drums?
I can't. I mean, I could play drums, you know. I have.
No, I'm saying like
Like
play
beat 'em
like
up?
you play.
Like you.
Like,
What do you mean?
Like hit
well,
him
you
real
play
hard.
really, yeah, you play really hard and aggressive. Like, are you able to do that, or is your kit just set up like at your place so you can't be loud because of the neighbors?
I can. It's weird. Like in my room where the kid is, like even like downstairs here where I am, like you could barely hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's some good bones in that structure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, because I just thought of that. Like, I couldn't imagine being you and not being able to just rip into the drums. Because like probably you being able to do that, I would imagine you get the same feeling that like John or I get from screaming until our faces are red.
The only thing is, like, you know, the kids, you know, as soon as I want to play, like there's banging on the door.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the most important person in the world. The second you start taking care of you.
I hear suddenly,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, yeah. And I'm
It's
like,
that
all right, well,
thing.
that's done. That's done.
It's that thing that I was talking about, to where anytime you start doing anything that's important to you, somebody comes up to be like, hey, I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. And then it's over right then.
Yeah. So like there's this like 2 hour period. Like now Aisha has been going to like daycare, preschool, whatever it is called, and for 2 hours.
Oh, that's
So
Yeah, that
I
is
have
good.
a window.
you get a little window.
Yeah. And some of that time I'm just staring in space, like,
Yeah,
Enjoying
dude.
silence.
yeah.
Yo, there's been times to where like, or like, yeah, like the kids will like, and like everybody will be out of the house, like they'll go on a long walk or like go to the park, and I'll be like, dope, I'm gonna get to it, and like I'll like grab a guitar and like sit down in front of the computer and then just sit there, and
Mhm.
Music.
and then like an hour goes by and I'm like, and then I start going through this thing because I get mad at myself for not doing anything. But it's like, yeah, I don't know what that is. It's pretty crazy.
That's a real thing. Because, and then when people come back, I'm like, yo, you didn't just leave 3 seconds ago?
Yeah, every time.
Because it felt like 3 seconds, but the clock says 2.5 hours. So what the fuck is that shit?
And what did I just do for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, literally, what did I do?
I've nothing
It's
to
been
show.
dead silent, and I've just been staring.
Yeah, dude, that is real. That is so real. I'm like glad I'm not the only one. That actually makes me feel
I know.
good.
Aren't you happy you just admitted that and we're recording it?
Yeah.
People get like, yo, man, you guys got problems, man.
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with you people, losers?
You guys need help.
Just yesterday, I was like, I need a break. I need a break from all this. So I went upstairs to my bedroom and I put on Judge Dredd. It's on Amazon Prime. I put that on and I just stared at my phone and I have no idea what I read, but I certainly didn't watch the movie. And 90 minutes had passed and the credits are on. I'm like, what? So exactly that. I didn't entertain myself. I just kind of sat and I didn't feel any better, but it was some time alone.
Yeah. Were you watching the Stallone version or the
Yeah.
remake?
Yeah, the
Stallone.
Stallone version.
Good.
I didn't even need to ask.
Yeah, I was gonna go. Silly question, Adam.
Yeah, right.
There aren't many movies I watch that don't have Sly Stallone in them. Like maybe Royal Tenenbaums. Royal Tenenbaums and Sylvester Stallone movies only.
Yeah, that's it.
Fortunately, he's made so many movies. You've got a virtual library of films to go through with just starring Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I saw
there's
Creed 3 is
so
going to
much
start
murder.
production.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Michael B.
Oh,
Jordan will direct.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm glad he put that B in his name just to avoid confusion.
You never know.
I bet he was bummed about it. That's Michael bummed about it, Jordan. Cause he's like, man, now I gotta have this extra thing in my name.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But man,
But
what a
it could get
what a
confusing.
talented guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like saw that they, or like he was, or like there was just some article I read because there's I forget the writer's name now. Anyways, the guy that's writing the new Superman movie is fucking dope.
Oh, the new
And
Superman movie?
yeah, like so they're in
Uh,
the
It's Ta-Nehisi Coates, right?
yes,
I
dude.
saw that. I
So
remember
pumped.
it just because I was really surprised that it was him.
Well, they were talking about casting Michael B. Jordan as Superman, and I was like, "Fuck
Right.
yeah!" Because he's
That's
handsome,
awesome.
he's shredded, he's a good actor, and I
Mhm.
think that would be great.
Well, you know, there's going to be a lot of angry white people if that happens.
Oh, there's gonna be so many, and that makes me
yeah, you
more
want it to happen
even
even more, right?
more excited for it because it's like, yeah, let's see who these motherfuckers are.
It's like, yo, the character is an alien. Superman
Yeah.
is from another planet. We're gonna care about what color he is?
Dude, it's insane.
Man, Superman has needed a pep in its step. It just
Yeah.
hasn't really quite gotten there since Christopher Reeve,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
in my
true.
opinion.
What was the actor that played him last? Like or the guy that was in Witcher. He's great in Witcher, but like it was just kind of like real bland, you know.
It was good. It just
Superman.
wasn't. It just
Like,
didn't.
do
I
the
don't know.
thing, yeah.
Well,
I
then
remember
they
I went to see
practically-
that by myself when we were recording Happiness Is in Michigan.
Wait, was that the one Man of Steel? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. 2013.
Hmm.
I was just rewatching that and I scared the hell out of Ted. He's like, "This is too intense, Dad. I gotta go." Too many explosions and stuff, but I was enjoying it. It's enjoyable. But also, if you go back to the Christopher Reeves movies, they're kind of a slog. Like, he was really, really good, but those movies are very long and kind of slow paced. Like, some of the
It
action
takes a
scenes are
long
great.
time to get there.
Yeah. Because I remember maybe like a year ago or so, maybe a little bit more, I found my old DVDs and I put on the first one. I was like, this movie's like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
That was long before the days of 2.5 hour long movies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, it should not take as long as it takes to get to that part. And
Even
I don't
the
think
music.
they would do that anymore in a movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But man, when that part came, you're like, oh my god,
Dude,
that shit was
have
the
you
best.
have you guys seen Superman 3 anytime recently?
No, is that with Richard Pryor?
Mm.
Yeah, it's the one that has Richard Pryor in it. And it's batshit insane. It's
Really?
unbelievable that it was a huge studio movie. Like, it's so crazy. Like, Superman gets like an evil duplicate of himself, and
Right.
he's drinking at a bar.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
I
the one that
remember
sticks
that
out.
scene.
Yeah, and then he gets in a fight at the bar or something, and yeah, then Richard Pryor is like involved in some kind of a computer scheme. It's like all over the place. It's so crazy. It's pretty entertaining, but it's just like it's hard to believe that it got made.
Cocaine, probably a lot of cocaine.
I would imagine.
Yeah, dude.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Fueled a lot of art back then.
Yeah.
There was definitely a period of time to where that's the only explanation why like some things were like there's even like like we were listening to one of Chuck Mangione's records, not Feel So Good, but the what's it called? It's like it's the one where he's like hugging he's hugging his French horn and like it's kind of blue in the background. Anyways, we were listening to that, and we came to the same conclusion. Like, dude, there's no way that they weren't just yipped out of their mind while they were doing this. Because they're, yeah, because that music is not music for people who don't know about that.
Dude, there was
Well
one,
said.
there was one time we were listening to one of those Chuck Mangione records, and we all got together at Woods of Old, and we were like 3 songs in or something, and I was just like, I can't do this. This is I can't listen to this. This is like this music
No,
sounds like it was made for crazy people by crazy people.
yeah, dude, there is the thing about Chuck Mangione, and I can only listen to it like a couple times a year because it's like I like feel like it takes it out of me because there. But the thing we always joke about is that there's no note left unturned. Like, they play every note.
Yeah.
All inclusive, all the white keys, all the black keys.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
all the
88
time.
keys on the keyboard were played.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah,
It's a lot.
now that makes me want to listen to. Like I've like found, like every time I listen to it, there's like one point in the record to where I find myself just going like this, because there's just so much happening. All
Yes,
right, well, that was a good talk.
Okay.
Oh. Well, that
What?
reminds me of, oh, wait, were you going to say something more?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me that I wanted to tell you guys about my kids' band. John and Greta started a band last week, and they called themselves the Bananas.
I saw them rocking out on your Instagram, I believe. It was excellent.
Yeah, I put up the video for their song Puppies on Jupiter.
Nice.
And-
That sounds like a lost David Bowie record.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Puppies on Jupiter.
Yeah, at least like a line in a song. Like, if not,
Have they been writing a lot more tunes?
They wrote a bunch actually. I think they kind of done some silly songs like a few weeks ago or a month ago. I can't tell. But then they've started to make kind of a few more new ones. They've got a little bit of a repertoire going.
Nice.
And they had this big idea was that they're going to put on a big St. Patrick's Day concert.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So they made flyers for their St. Patrick's Day show, and they hung them up around the house.
That's so amazing.
And I feel like I should add that this is not done because we're encouraging them to do this. We're not saying, hey, you should do this. This is good.
Yeah.
They're like, this is all all their own ideas. They're doing this of their own will. So they have their big St. Patrick's Day show planned. They decided to do it today instead because they thought things might be a little too busy tomorrow. They might not, like maybe making a big dinner for St. Patrick's.
Smart.
Yeah, Uncle Jeff's got a show.
Yeah, they don't want to get in the way of Uncle Jeff and his Dropkick Murphys live stream. They don't want to compete with that. I mean, who wants?
Oh no, you can't.
Hey,
Nobody.
I should stop. I gotta
Do your
go.
thing. Do your thing.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. Good talk.
Bye.
Later,
All right.
Marky. Happy St.
See ya.
Patty's Day.
All right, guys.
Miss you. Bye bye.
Right. So they're making some new posters, some new decorating the room for their show, and then Greta comes into the kitchen, and she asks Camille how to. She writes stuff out, but she needs us to tell her to spell everything, and so she's asking Camille how to spell these words, and she spells out, "I'm not going to the concert," and
Oh, no.
folds it in a letter, and then gives it to John.
Whoa, she wrote it down. So it's formal resignation.
Yes.
Wild.
And so he's really disappointed and upset because he's been literally planning this and talking about it for like the past 4 days. He's upset. She's upset that he's upset. we're trying to talk it out with them. She was mad because she was trying to hang up a sign to point the direction to the concert. He told her to hang it in a different place. She really didn't like that. She wanted to hang it up where she wanted it to be. She didn't like that.
Right.
She told him that. Then she started saying that their songs are too long. She gets tired. So she doesn't want to play the songs. They're too long. She doesn't like being told what to do.
Creative differences. Yeah, like she's
Yeah.
like,
She'll have to form her own band and lead it.
Yeah.
You know, she
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
want
like
to follow his lead just because he's older.
well, so
John
then,
John's going into this like psychedelic kind of like jam band realm, and
right.
Greta just doesn't want to go there. It's totally
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah, she wants to keep it, you know, like more like straightforward, classic 3-minute pop songs, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah. So they're super upset. He's like they both literally were crying and like, so you're out of the band? Yeah, I'm out of the band.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
And we're never gonna play a concert. No, we're never gonna play a concert again.
Oh my God.
And it's tough because they're both crying, but Camille and I are like looking at each other and like we do feel for him, but you're also trying not to laugh because it's pretty funny. So we're trying to stifle our laughter and get them to work things out. And then Greta was like, well, I'm going to go to the concert, but I don't want to play it. And he was like, well, I'm the only one in the band. I can't play a concert by myself. And,
Oh, it's like the Gallagher brothers now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Except-
Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2, the guys who smashed the watermelon.
Oh, yeah, them. Just like them.
No, I know. Nolan Liam.
Nolan Liam. Yeah, except they opted not to have John play the concert and Greta mock him the entire time during the concert. They went a different route.
Yeah, she didn't just want to sit there and give him the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But eventually they patched it up. They came to terms with each other, and then they put on the concert and everything ended up okay. But it was really like watching what happens in a real adult band go down just in the course of like half an hour. And you know, well, actually the thing I was gonna say with the problems were a little more childish, but in a certain way they weren't. I guess they weren't any more childish than what happens in bands with adults all the time. So
I think we act pretty childishly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've had an extended adolescence thanks to our jobs.
Yeah, there's I would even argue that Greta handled it a little more grown up than we would have by being so formal with the letter, you know.
Yeah, really thinking about her feelings and asking for help to write it and get it all down.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Yeah, to whereas us, we just let it fester for a long time until we eventually exploded.
Fuck you, I'm out of here. That's the first thing you hear. What? There's a problem?
What?
Yeah, they haven't learned to be passive aggressive yet and hold their problems in for months and then explode them. I got to start teaching them that, I think.
Yeah, start taking them to church.
Yeah, you got to learn how to deal with your problems like an adult. Don't talk about them ever until you just can't contain yourself anymore and you explode over something insignificant.
Yep, and it's completely irrational. That's how adults
Finish the ketchup! I'll kill you!
Yeah, but that was pretty interesting. That was all this morning, just within a couple of hours over the course of the morning.
Oh, like wow, that was today?
Yeah, that was all the breakup drama was today, and the concert.
Wow.
All within about an hour and a half this morning.
That's
Wait,
wild.
so they still played the concert?
They got back together. They talked about not playing too long. That was one thing. Greta sat out one of the songs during the concert, which ended
Perfect,
up being okay.
perfect.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, and they put on a great show. They
Do you
played
have any
some.
footage? Any footage of the show that you could put on the
I
internet later?
do. Yeah, I do. I'll put some up. I'll put some up later. They had some great new songs that I've never heard before. The boy who sneezed himself to the moon.
Whoa.
Oh, nice. That
Yum
sounds like
Yum.
a, wait, what was that song?
The other one was called Yum Yum.
Yum Yum, nice.
It was about eating things for dinner like frog's legs and squid.
Ooh, yum yum.
There's that, I gotta say, I'm jealous. I would love to see a show.
Yeah, it was nice. First time I've seen a show in a year.
Yeah, and if I could sneeze myself to the moon to escape this pandemic, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Thinking about the
Yeah,
logistics of
dude.
that.
Well, I mean, if we're really gonna talk logistics, it would be pretty, like, it would have to be one big initial blast, like not like a long sneeze. It would have to
Uh-huh.
be, and then somehow you would need to put on some kind of breathing apparatus
Mhm.
at some point. But you would think if your sneeze was that powerful, like what are the effects on your body in general? You know, I mean,
Good call. I gotta call up Uncle Elon and see if he can help me.
yeah,
Your
good
uncle?
old,
Yeah, I
good
didn't tell
old
you guys,
Unky
Elon
Musk.
Musk.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole family is full of Teslas. We drive nothing but Teslas.
Unky
Hmm.
Elon.
Hey, Uncle Elon, can you sneeze me to the moon?
Man, that reminded me of there's this guy, and I can't remember his name, but I started following him on Instagram, which I haven't. The only thing I've been checking on social media is things I know that are going to be funny and make me feel good.
Nice.
And so it's this guy, and I hate it that I can't remember his name. But yeah, I'll try to write it down later or something. But he makes like these Instagram videos of these short songs that he writes, and they're all hilarious. And he's Canadian, but he looks like he's from like a 70s rock and roll band from like
Oh.
like Leonard Skinner, like from the South. And he posted this song, and it's a piano ballad, and the words are something like, hey Jeff Bezos, give me $1 million because you have like $100 billion. Don't be an asshole, or like something. And then I was thinking, yeah, Jeff Bezos should give this guy $1 million because like that's probably no big deal to him. I thought that was real funny.
I saw you posting his stuff. I started following him, and he's very funny. I think the one that I first saw was after Ted Cruz's Mexico trip. He had a song something like "Politicians Need Vacations Too" or something.
Yeah, like to where he says like, who else is gonna make sure Jamaica's doing okay or something, like just something like that. Man, it's so funny.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, it is nice that like that's like the silver lining with social media. I feel like with all the bullshit that it brings, you at least have these things like that you can find on a daily basis that are genuinely entertaining and funny.
Yeah, there's like, oh sorry, I've like found with my, even like my Twitter feed, like I've only checked it like a couple times in the past few days, and then but I just really just kind of like I don't really read what anybody's writing. I just look at who's writing, and I stop on the people that I think are going to be funny. Like Seth Rogen just started like a like a weed company,
I saw
and
that.
so he's been posting about that a lot, and some of the videos are pretty funny that he's put up.
Yeah, he seems to be really thriving during this pandemic. Good on him.
Yeah, dude, like he's doing all kinds of pottery that actually looks great, and then he started a weed company. Pretty nuts.
Yeah. Good for him.
Man, I wish you could get weed in North Carolina, I would be so high right now. I'm like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
This sucks.
North Carolina's not, they're not even on their way to it, are they?
I don't, I don't, I don't think so. I don't know.
Not even medical or anything.
I don't know. Like there's pockets of like people that are really for it, but the number of people who aren't for it outweigh those people, which is just kind of how like, so it works like a democracy, just like any other state.
Yeah.
But I just don't see the harm. And then they could lower all the other taxes because they'd make so much money from those taxes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah. I feel like it's worked out well for Colorado.
Yeah.
The only the problem that I heard about the most, at least in the first year, was kids sometimes getting into edibles, which, you know, I feel like is on the parents to be smarter and more responsible than to leave those out in a, you know, like you got to treat it like it's like alcohol or medication. You know, you don't just leave it somewhere your kids can grab it and try it.
No, I agree.
And the other thing though was people who didn't know anything really about weed just getting like a whole chocolate bar or something, an edible, and eating like the whole thing. Just what they didn't understand what they were doing, and then ate, you know, like 150 milligrams of weed and lost their mind. So those were the main things I heard about. But
Well,
a little
but
bit
like,
seems like I feel like they've got it. They've started to figure that stuff out, I think.
yeah. I mean, there needs to be some kind of warning on it, or like it needs to be like whoever's selling it or something. And then, but the thing is, you know, like when I like feel that the people that ate too much and like just were crazy for a while because they had too much THC in them, like that, like how is that any different? Like it's still much safer than someone going out and getting blackout hammered drunk on alcohol. You know, like
sure.
like that. And I've never seen, like, have you ever seen someone who's high get in a fist fight with another person who's high? I haven't.
They
I mean, I'm
usually go
sure
to
it's probably
bed.
happened. Yeah, like I'm sure it's happened somewhere, but I just couldn't. I've never seen that happen. But I have seen people, you know, hammered, wasted doing
Uh-huh.
that.
All the time.
Yeah. And of course,
Yeah.
there's like, you got to figure out a way to like, how do you keep people from being all rip roaring stoned when they're and trying to drive a car and stuff. So I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, that there's logistics, but the pros outweigh the cons to me.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not much different than how you try to make people be aware and safe about dealing with alcohol. We don't make alcohol illegal because people do stupid things with it. You try to educate them to not do stupid things.
Yeah. Yeah, man, if people were as uptight about opioids as
Yeah,
they were about weed here, like the whole country would be in a, I think, in like a much better place, because it's like they were selling synthetic heroin and ruining people's lives to the point to where a lot of people were buying heroin because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then, so like, but nobody cared for a long time because profits were up. And then, and it's like, and you're telling me you can't legalize weed, but you'll let that go on? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just mad at everything, to be honest. So I think any road we go down, I'm just gonna be like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I think the problem with all that stuff too was like, I think for the longest time that people have just been like, well, it's medicine. So, you know, if someone is getting their painkillers, that's it's just medicine and it's regulated by a doctor, and they don't think about all the ways it can be abused and misused. But weed has been illegal forever, so it's looked at as much more dangerous because it's not medicine. It's a dangerous street drug.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
stigma, there's racism attached, there's so much that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just being misinformed and not understanding what it does or how it does, and just having a giant opinion on it too. So just like with anything, like if you're gonna eat a weed chocolate bar, you should probably read up on how many milligrams are really gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
read up. I
Yeah.
take turmeric for inflammation, and I read up on what that is. It's a spice, you know. But if I take too
Yeah.
much, is it going to affect my stomach? It might. So let me read up on this thing. Let me get to know it. So knowledge is power.
Well, like, yeah, like, two, yeah, I agree with you. There's also from a selfish standpoint, I wish I could just get high right now and not feel my feelings,
Yeah.
or just
Is
feel
that
different
healthy?
feelings. No, not feel my feelings, just feel different feelings.
Yes,
Know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
understand.
You can get high and think about your feelings and how weird they are.
Yeah.
Dude, just get high on life. Duh.
Well, like that kind of goes, well, yeah. You know what? That is the thing. I need to go out and move my body and get those endorphins running and just be high on life. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, put on a good
I've
dancing
been,
song on your headphones after we end this. Go dance in the street.
yep,
Show your neighbors what
yep.
you got.
Man,
Yeah.
know what I've been listening to a whole lot? Because he's about to put out a new record. Rostam. You guys
Never
listen to
listen.
Rostam? Oh my
Wait, is
God.
that the
So,
guy from Vampire Weekend?
yes.
Okay,
And
yeah.
like he also produced, like he did like a bunch of the Haim stuff, and dude, so like there's like 3 songs off his new record that are out and they're so good. And then so I went back and I listened to his last record, and it is incredible. It
Yeah.
is so good. So anyways,
Oh, I'm glad I didn't know about that. I gotta check out those new songs.
yeah, the new songs are so good. It's like I'm a like it affects me in a way that I wish it makes me high on life when I listen to it, just like Shawnee suggested I'd be. So that's what I'm gonna do once we're done with this. I'm gonna go turn that Rostam record up really loud and pack up the house.
Excellent. I'm going to put that record on too,
Yeah. Same.
because I need some new good stuff to listen to, and that will be fun. But I think we should probably call it here, right? Anyone
Yeah.
else got anything?
Yeah.
on? I think we got a good question in pretty late about near-death experiences, so maybe tune in next week. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
Marky back.
We could talk about that that could easily go 20 minutes or more. So save it for next
Oh,
time.
I could go 20 minutes just about the treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
could have a
got
whole
some good
episode
stuff to
about
talk about. So that's a good question from Purple Knight. So tune in
Oh,
next
like
week for that.
I also have a tie-in to this week that'll work well with the near-death tree experience that I had.
Excellent. Write it down
Just-
so you don't
yeah.
forget.
Yeah, I will.
But everyone have a happy St. Patty's Day. Dropkick Murphys have a free live stream tomorrow that I'll be watching with the family and jigging around the house.
Nice.
May even drink a green gluten-free beer because I'm wild like that.
Whoa, Shawnee, be careful, buddy. Be
Just one.
careful.
Just one.
Okay. Yeah, weird poops.
Ooh. What a perfect note to end on. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.